We have our man OneMic here in the building. As I know, NHG OneMic. How it feels to be on the Names Josiah interview, OneMic.
Feels good, man. Feels good. Thank you for having me up here.
Hey, it's our pleasure here at DNJ Corporations. So, we was gonna have this live interview, and a lot of people are asking questions. A lot of people want to know what's going on with the beefs, the neighborhood talks, and again, the neighborhood talk.
I think it was going good. I believe it was doing good. It was bringing in good numbers. I mean, I feel like people want to know what's going on, what's our opinion on certain situations. So the neighborhood talk, it was doing good. It was doing good.
And one thing I liked it about it, regardless of the feature on there, the feature didn't really like me, but I liked it that y'all had like the featuring thing on there. If the neighborhood talk
Yeah.
was to continue, would y'all have more features or less features?
Man, I would love to do more features, but I mean, like before, me and JC had a little fall off, but we did talk about having features like having certain people. I kind of want them like on camera, but he kind of
Yeah.
want them on the phone. So, I mean, features. I mean, I don't mind having features with people on the phone. Have a conversation with us. What's your opinion on the whole situation or what's going on in the gaming community? So, I mean, we definitely gonna do more features with certain people who gonna be on the show with us.
You know, you and JC, y'all had like a little fallout. Uh, is the neighborhood talk is going to be canceled, or are you going to continue with the neighborhood talk?
Wow, it's gonna be canceled for now,
Cancel for now.
just because. Yeah, just for now, just to see if me and him can work it out. If we can't like work it out, it's probably just gonna be dead. Like
Yeah.
the podcast, I wanted to be in front of the camera with the person who's right beside me of doing it. I don't want to do it like over the phone or nothing like that. That's not what the podcast was about. It was about two people on the camera, at least looking at us, laughing and just just talking about situations. So right
Or
now, I'm gonna say it's canceled.
and one of the things I also want to ask, like, did y'all use did y'all have a camera person, like a cameraman, camera woman, or did y'all use like a stand? A lot of people want to know like how y'all had that good quality
Oh no, I got a tripod. I
tripod.
just happened on my table and just had just pointing at the angle for both for us to be on the camera.
And like
Having a cameraman
any
probably would be
brand that
nice.
y'all would want to say?
Need brains,
Any,
brand.
yeah, like any brand like that you would recommend somebody to use in case they want to use a tripod like y'all.
Hmm. Oh, tripod. Gorilla. What's that? Gorilla tripod. Those are one of the best ones. It's a little bit pricey, but you would definitely get your money worth out of the Gorilla tripod.
Nice, nice.
So, and
And
the camera. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, you could continue. What kind of camera y'all use?
It's a Canon camera. It's I mean, what's the name of it then? I thought it was a Canon. Like, I had to pull it up.
Okay. Alright. And some of the talks I had on the neighborhood talk, it was very interesting. I see,
Mm,
y'all try to revolve it majority around the gaming community. I know one of the
mm,
things y'all talked about on there was about like the Black Lives Matter movement on there. What do y'all like?
yeah.
What's your personal thoughts on the Black Lives movement?
Like I said on my podcast, I support it. And the reason why I support it, like it needs to be changed. Like I don't want to be put over and fed for my life because the cops thinking I'm doing something and they want to shoot me. And especially for my kids, like my kids could be driving somewhere, leaving from my crib, and it gets put over. Then I get the phone call that my son got shot or something. There's just crazy situations. I don't want that to happen. So I really support it.
Nice. And the neighborhood talk. As you said, like the views was pretty good on there. Do
Hmm.
you think that it did better than the reaction series, or better than the interview series, or the mic up review series? Do you think it was on that caliber, or do you think your other series went above the neighborhood talks? Because when we read the comments of the neighborhood talks, a lot of people were saying like they wasn't really messing with it because JC was on it, and then yeah, like
Yeah.
me personally, I watched them because I support your channel.
Hmm.
Even like me and JC,
Hmm.
I have no problem with JC. He has a problem with me, which I don't understand. All we did was, we beat him in a
Hmm.
clan battle. We said GG, they took it to another level. So I 1v1 of his clan members, and I uploaded an old 1v1. He got even more salty. But besides that point, I still watched all your series. But do you think like it was on that caliber, or do you think that it could have did better without JC? What's your intake on that?
Damn, would have done better without JC. Sheesh. I did. I never thought about it. It would be better without JC. I felt like me putting him in it would be better, just because I feel like people want to know what JC talking about or what's his opinion on certain situations. Even though he got so much kind of so much beef, so much problem with certain people, I feel like those people still want to just hear what he's trying to hear what he's saying. Um, the views, do it compares to my interviews, my reaction videos, to my mock up reviews. I think it's getting there. I don't think it's on the level with my interviews, my micro views. Those are the main ones. It gets the views, but my neighborhood talk is definitely getting up there with my other series. It
Uh,
just takes a little more
because
time.
because I I added the stats together of each video separately, like
Oh, you did?
the like this like videos
Oh
separate,
shit! I gotta hit
and
this.
then like
Uh
various
huh.
like together, and like from single to grouped up. Single views, the interviews had the most views, and then the mic up reviews
Oh
was
really?
after, and then it was the reactions, and then neighborhood talk.
What?
But when you group them together, your interviews had the highest, your reactions had the no, it was a review. Yeah, interviews first, mic
Okay.
up reviews second, reactions
Second.
third, and
Okay.
then neighborhood talk. The neighborhood talks, even though
Oh,
it was
okay.
a lot more recent, and a lot more than the
Hmm.
reactions, even though you had less reaction videos than the neighborhood talks, the reactions single and grouped together is still above the neighborhood talk. So, like, do
Oh
you think
wow.
like by having JC on the neighborhood talk, kind of stopped it from reaching the potential it could have reached?
Oh man. I'm gonna say no because you know I just brushed that off because he is one of my my closest friends. So I still want him on my show and still want to talk about things. But no, I really don't. I really not. I don't care about views like that. I just want to give the people what they want to see. That's all. But it seems like people don't want to don't want to see JC.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I mean,
if you was
damn,
to
that's tough.
if you was to continue the neighborhood talk, and you wanted a person from like the old NHG or current NHG on there, who would you contact? Like, would you contact Dilly, Rezo, or like who else from neighborhood gangsters off of PlayStation Home or Xbox would you contact to do the podcast with you if you had to replace JC?
Mm. See the first thing I had to think of, or who's living in North Carolina.
Hmm.
That's the main part. Because my neighborhood talk, you have to be in front of the camera. No, not on the game, nothing like that. So that's like one big thing. Will it be Dilly? I don't know. Dilly is an interesting person. He might could do something. Keon, I think he would do something. Who else?
What about
Hmm.
Gigi? Because
What's
you
another?
know, rumor has it, y'all was
Gigi.
gonna put Gigi on it or not put it on it. Kind of in the rumor mill. Like, would you replace JC with Gigi?
Uh, yeah, like yeah, I would have done that. Replace him with Gigi. But see, what her is, she's way somewhere else across the country. So
True, true.
if it wouldn't work, but if she was like if she was in North Carolina, I definitely would have hit her up like, yo, I need you to be a replacement. We could do this. We could talk her into it. But she was down for it. When I talked to her, she was like she would fly out there for like one episode to do one. So I mean, never know, man. Just gotta stay tuned for that.
True.
uh,
Now, as you said, being a person that plays a major role. What if y'all use like a Discord call, or like an app to where like you could record like your physical self and their physical self. Do you think that would work, or it 100% has to
oh
be in
yeah,
person?
oh yeah, yeah. Like I don't know, like Skype or something like that. We
Yeah.
could definitely do something with that.
So like
Um,
you would be open for like other ways of like continue the neighborhood talk, even though it's like not in person, but it shows the person.
yeah, yeah. I would definitely look into that. Like I would definitely do that.
Because
Like if
a
somebody
lot of
would
people would love to see the neighborhood talk. Now that there's possibly could be a replacement. Me personally, and a
mhm.
couple others think like your views would definitely start to rise. It might have to be an experiment or something, but a lot of people are saying like now that
Mhm.
you might get a replacement, 50-50 on that, the views are definitely going to
uh
go up. That's what a lot of people are saying. Might want to experiment with that. But what do you think about that?
I like it. I like
I,
it. Shoot. It's kind of sad to hear that JC can't can't bring any views because people hate him so damn much. So
yeah,
it fucks up my views for my channel. So it's kind of sad, but having a new person and not having him in it, and my views would go up, and my neighborhood talk will be real successful. I like the sound of that, but man, would I take a chance to do that? I just had to wait and find out, man.
I,
I'm trying to see what he's trying to do. If he's done with it, then that's what I'm gonna start doing, making different moves.
I, and then the second topic is the gaming community. You know, a lot of people in the gaming, when you and JC and when was on the feature, we all refer to the gaming community. Do y'all mean like the
Hmm.
the whole PlayStation community, the whole Xbox community, or the fams of community, like the fam life that's still around? Or like what kind of community are y'all talking about?
Oh sure, we were talking about you know the PlayStation Home community to the Nebula community. How situations was going on there, and how how the PlayStation Home community was so different from the Nebula community.
Yeah,
So that's
cause
the community
like
we was talking about. Uh,
about the community, like, it wasn't no specifications on like community. It was just always gaming community. So a lot of people who watched that kind of speculated like not biased towards anybody who gives the pros and the cons, and then you have JC
mm,
who's talking about others saying that nobody did anything for the gaming community. But when you look at it, it's like what games do OneMic and JC play other than a closed amount of games? You know,
mm,
he kind of disrespected Bori, saying that Bori did nothing towards the gaming community, whereas Bori was on PlayStation Home, Bori was on Nebula Rims, and also Bori is on
Mhm.
2K. Me, xTSEG. I went from PlayStation Home to Nebula Rims, from Uncharted to Call of Duty to 2K to DC Universe. I played like a lot of games. Compared
Yeah.
to JC playing, only a select few. And then you have Boyer, who's like very, he's very well known on 2K out of all the people who played on, Nebula Rims. And you got JC, who who's only known, well, not even that known, who's only known on like PlayStation Home. Not a lot of Nebula people know him, but PS Home they know him
Mhm.
because of, they know him because of NHG pretty much. And it's like
Yeah.
when you talk about YouTube wise, Bory doesn't have as much subs as JC, but Bory views are more consistent, more liked it,
Uh-huh.
and are more appealing to people than JC's. My YouTube channel is more than JC. You have you got Geo, you got other
Yeah.
YouTubers who who compare them to him. They're, JC's channel is very small, so you talk about the YouTube community. YouTube wise, JC isn't up there with Board. He isn't up there with OneMic. He isn't up there with xTSEG. He isn't up there with Sherm. He
Uh-huh.
disrespected Sherm, and
He did. He did. He did.
his stuff is not up there with Sherm. His stuff isn't up there with Rezzo's. He had his YouTube channel longer than a lot of us, and his
Yep.
stuff is not up there. This is like his second or third channel, and it's not up there as other people's are. And that's why I wanted to ask the question about like what kind of community, when he says the gaming community, like what kind of community he's talking about. And that's the
Mhm.
specification we wanted to know. uh
So,
Another thing is like, back to like the community. If we get to talking about the YouTube, as I shown you, we pulled up the stats for JC's YouTube channel. We see that like
yeah, yeah, we
a
sure did.
lot a lot of his videos, from the past 6 months. I'm not gonna go say like in the years back, but the past 6 months, he struggled to get to 50, like past 50 views. He kind of struggled to get past 50 views. The first one he made, was a 2K montage. That reached 100. The second one,
Mhm.
he dissed me because we beat him in a clan battle. That got over 100. The third one to reach over 100 in the past 6 months was when he dissed a VIP Cuddy. You know, and that got only like 100 views, like the first and the second, and then the fourth one, which is the fourth and last one to reach over 100 views, is the one he did the whole VIP. And a thing that was very sketchy about that is that
Yeah.
the first hour he had so much amount of views. The second hour, within 2 hours, his views went from 300 and something to 200 and something. And so for the the second hour, it went from 300 views, it dropped to 200 views, and then it went back to 300 views, and then it dropped back to 200 views. Fast forward 4 hours
Mm.
later, it went from
Mhm.
500 views back to 300 views. Fast forward 7 hours again, it went from from that small amount to 600, and then it dropped from 600 to that 400, and then it went from that to 800, or not like 800 or 900 views, back to 600
Mhm.
views within like a day later. So within like a day, it went from like it went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth within hours to a day, which not a lot of YouTubers could do that. Like me, I can't get that many views in an hour or 2 hours or even
Nah.
a day. You haven't did that yet. Cash Out
Nah.
Geo haven't did that yet. Cash Out Sherm haven't did that yet. Gloria One Rezo hasn't did it yet. Uh, who else? A lot of like Finest, for example. Finest runs. I'll give it to Finest. He runs one of the top. 10 free GTA crews. When he goes against other
Yeah.
very well-known crews, his views don't go all the way to 600 within 2 hours. He doesn't get 100 likes within 2 hours, and that's a top-known crew on GTA in the free community versus another top aim free community. And then their views don't go to that much. And we talking about top 10 crews who has thousands of subscribers, like 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers on the average, and their views
Yeah.
don't even go like that. We could bring up Jay from BSE. He's very well known in the
Yeah.
2K community. His
Yeah. He is.
views, no disrespect towards Jay. I like Jay, and I watch his YouTube videos. I love his 2K videos, and no disrespect to Jay. But if we look at Jay's channel, we could look at his videos. His videos don't go in within a day to 600. Now he does get his views, and they go up day after day after day, but his stuff don't even jump up to 600 within 2 hours. He has over thousands of subscribers, and his stuff don't even
Yeah. He
jump
sure
like
do.
that. And we looked at JC's channel. His views on just one video, not multiple videos, but just one video, is jumping back and forth, back and forth. And then we look at the subscriber count. Within four
Yeah.
days, no, I'll scratch that. Within 6 days, he earns 400 subscribers within 6 days. Nobody, no, not James. You know, we don't know how JC did it, but we know Gio never reached that accomplishment. Jay never reached that accomplishment. I never, you never, Sherm never,
Hmm.
Rezo never. So like and then we also know that had the same amount of dislikes. The same amount of views he got within that hour or two is the same amount of dislikes he got in the next hour or two, and then all of a sudden they just disappear. So like the only speculation a lot of people are making is that JC is having fake views and fake subscribers, and that he's buying it. What is like your thoughts on that?
Um, I never thought he would be buying views and subscribers. Cause I remember he called me and he was telling me, "Yo, I just reached 200 views off the diss track," and I was thinking like, "Damn, a lot of people really fucking with his song." So when I went to his channel, it was like six something, and I seen the dislike. I seen a lot of people dislike. So my thing was like, "Damn, VIP wasn't playing. They disliking his video, but he getting so much views and he got a lot of likes too from behind it." So then I went back and I seen the dislikes was gone. So I know JC hit me up. He was like, "Yo, YouTube told me, it was something about the dislikes. It was like YouTube took it down because it was fake dislikes or some shit." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So I didn't even know YouTube to really move dislikes like that. I didn't know to do that. So from there, I always thought that like people just fuck with his diss track. Like people loved it. I never knew that he was buying it. And what's so crazy? You're not the only one who told me that, but a couple people told me that he was buying views and buying subscribers and liking shit. And I was just thinking like, how can you do that? Like I just never like I heard about it, but I just never knew like you go to a website like on www.buyviews.com. Like I just don't know like where do you go to do this? So it is spooky. When I'm looking at the channel now, it is kind of spooky about he got 600 views, 5 dislikes now, and he got like 120 likes. But I mean, I really know. I really don't know. Like, is he really doing that? He's not gonna tell me if he's doing it or not. But it is kind of crazy. And looking at his channel, the numbers is not matching up on certain videos. Like video he posted 20 hours ago, he only got 15 views, and how many likes
Yeah.
he got, and one like. I mean, I don't know. Maybe maybe some people fucks with his videos, or maybe he's buying them. It's crazy.
And a lot of people is talking about like the beef and like the rap diss, VIP against JC. A lot of people are saying that VIP are winning. A lot of people. Me personally, not being biased, me personally, I never listened to JC songs and liked it
Oh,
them.
you did?
I never listened to this random stuff and like his voice cracks. That's my personal opinion. I can't sit talk. I can't speak for like anybody else in like our community, but me myself, that's my opinion. And VIP does have more views. Their views never jumped up and down, up and down. They're stayed consistently.
Solid,
I never seen VIP views dropped. I never seen their stuff drop low. And the comments, the comments are very like the comments are real. They have more comments than JC2 uploads put together. You know, their comments are more than what JC2 uploads are put together. Now the likes, the likes aren't all the way more than his because they didn't get fake likes. Their likes is pretty much real likes. And we also see they have dislikes. They have 36 dislikes, which not a lot of their videos have dislikes, whether it's on their channel, Boris features, my features, or when they are on your channel. They don't have dislikes like that. So I feel, and the community feel like JC and his circle was kind of like mad at VIP for everybody saying that VIP did better than him. What is your intake on that? Like, who do you think won the rap beef?
One of the rap beef, shit. Alright, I did like JC diss track against VIP, but for some, like VIP this song, this did you hear this song about me?
Now from my point of view, I heard that it wasn't really meant towards like a diss towards you, but like it was a response towards JC. Now I ain't gonna lie, when they said about the beard, I was like, that's tough. That is tough about the beard. That's kind of a rip. That's kind of a rip. You don't disrespect a man's beard. No, you don't. You don't disrespect a man's beard. But from them, it was from them it was mainly pointed at JC, and
it was really focused on JC.
Yeah, and I mean, even though like they mention you in the song, you can't really be mad at them because JC brought it upon himself to mention you. He mentioned our Breezy and he mentioned Ice It. So he was kind of like throwing y'all within that mix when you see it.
Yeah. But VIP did. What was so interesting about that? Like Keely, like for some reason Keely always shocked me with certain things. Like I'll be doubting her sometimes about like music. Like she ain't dropping no damn diss track, but she did. It was no song behind it, but she did drop a diss song, so it was good. Which shocked the hell out of me. I thought it was Ken rapping, but it was really Cuddy. Oh my gosh! So this Cuddy and Problem Child, both of them together, that was a killer right there. Like Cuddy did his thing, and that's why I said in my last video when I did with my neighborhood talking in my reaction. Cuddy dude, he dropped some good songs. It was just that one song I felt like it was just rap. But that diss track he did, I was surprised like this nigga wasn't playing it. Problem Child, like I didn't hear him rap since PlayStation Home. So that was my last time hearing him rap. So when he came back and did a diss track, I was like, what the fuck? Like, hold up. Like, well, I'm child doing because I was talking about him being in it too. Like, I don't know, they was back beefing. So when I heard him rapping, I was like, shit, he still got it. He didn't mess up. He didn't rush through his lyrics. He did good. He did perfect. It was lit. So I'm kind of low key. I'm kind of waiting for Kenyon to drop a diss song. Cause for some reason, I just like Kenyon songs. Like he's signed to a label. He doing things. So I'm kind of waiting for him so I can get a reaction from Leon. Just to hear what he say, or maybe he just not gonna do it, man. Because beef has died down. So the VIP song was it kind of killed JC, but JC song was still good. But Cuddy and Problem Child, I don't know, man. I think JC gonna need somebody on his songs, just to help him out just a little bit. That's all.
And another thing, a lot of people, I'm not sure they told you, but like from what I heard out of the rumor mill, I can't really say if it's 100% sure or not. But I really want to talk with you about the phone call, but I'm not going to talk about like the whole phone call. I will take a piece of the phone
Mm,
call to use for this question, since we was like on that topic of like the rap dissing. you know, JC in a phone call, he said that he likes attention, and for majority of his life, he does stuff for attention. So, do you think that he
mm.
used your platform to diss another platform just for his own attention? Like, do you think that is true or false?
Uh, I'm gonna say that's false because when I talked to him about the diss track, his words, this is his words. He dropped the diss track because somebody need to let Cuddy know that that shit was whack, and I'm gonna show Cuddy real music. That was his words. I'm like, okay, do what you
But
gotta do.
do you think there could have been other ways around there? Because a lot of people say he used your platform to diss Cuddy for for his name to get up there. Because there's if like say for example me and you say like I make a trash song, you could come
Mm,
behind me, like you could text me and be like, hey bro, that song isn't really that good. You could comment on the video and be like, hey bro, I think you could have did better. But to disrespect somebody on another person's platform, a lot of people say, that's kind of clout chasing. And me personally, I think that I think he did it for attention. When we look at the
uh,
phone call, when he said, most majority of his life, he wasn't acknowledged in real life, so
mm,
he did stuff for attention. He said he got in fights, for attention. He used to do stuff for attention, and a lot of people are saying,
yeah, he did some time.
he used your platform for attention, because if he didn't disagree with the song, because we could use we could use Takashi 69 for example. A lot of us might not like Takashi 69 because of he snitched or he screams in his music, but there's also a couple people who do like Takashi 69 for their certain reasons. It's the same with Lil Peep. A lot of people don't like Lil Peep because he makes depressing songs, but some people who are
Mm.
depressed, they do like his songs. So like, would it be easier just to comment or hit him up behind closed doors without dissing him, or like what do you think could have been like a man to man approach with all respect?
Um, for him doing this song, I know he did. He hit me up. He asked me to do a reaction to us on this song. He wanted me to react to, so I did that. Did he use my platform for me to do a reaction? So the message to go out. Uh, I'm gonna say yeah, yeah. He used my platform to reach to I guess get in contact with VIP. But
True. And then
yeah, he definitely used my platform.
another thing a lot of people wanted to talk about is like the beef with JC. Now, a lot of people, they watch like the old videos, when NHG first ended or was supposedly ended.
Hmm.
A lot of people watch that, and when they see like the beef y'all currently have now, they they think that it's for views, that it's fake, because a lot of people don't trust JC. A lot of people keep their receipts on JC because they know JC likes to lie a
Yeah.
lot, and a lot of people who as you say, like in that video, you say you lost a lot of friendships, you lost a lot of trust,
Hmm.
and you lost a lot of collaborations that you could have made because of JC. you know
Yeah.
One thing that a lot of people felt bad for was like the wheelchair. Not a lot of people knew that you actually was in a wheelchair before. A lot of people thought JC was in a wheelchair, and then people started to find out okay, JC lied about being in a wheelchair, and then when you open something that happened in one of his friends' life to say it happened to him.
Yeah. Yeah. That was crazy because they say me and JC beef is not fake, it's not staged. The reason why me and him is beefing is because I did a reaction video. So it was a phone call that happened 7 years ago. So I mean I did it because I didn't think JC would be mad about it because you gotta look at it, it was 7 years. At that time, on PlayStation Home, you would get straight fuck out on PlayStation Home. So, and looking at his life now, like I mean, he got his baby mama, he got a crib, he got a different life now. So I didn't think he's gonna be mad. What pissed me off was, I'm gonna say, JC don't know how to talk to people. Like he just don't know how to talk to people. He sent me a message. He was like, yo, you a bitch ass nigga. You doing this for clout, doing this for views. I'm just like, wait, what? So I kept it up and just say, you know what, fuck you, JC. I deleted him, blocked him, and all that. That would have been different if he came at me right, like, yo, OneMic, I don't like that, man. I still feel some type of way about that, that phone call. I would have took it down and I would apologize to him, like, yo, my bad. I wouldn't do that again. And I ain't know that still hurt you. Easy, simple, but JC, he just takes it another level. Like he gotta talk to you some kind of crazy and make you scared of him. Like, yo, take this shit down, blah blah. And you're not gonna talk to me that kind of way.
Yeah. Cause like we all know, like you don't really beef with people. Everybody knows. Like there are some people who went at you, but like now they're cool with you. Like we could talk about we're not gonna talk about the Laces situation, but you and Laces didn't really see eye to eye, but you were still cool about it. Now you say y'all building that bridge up again. You and Hawk. We're not gonna talk about the you and Hawk situation,
man,
but
I don't care.
You and Hawk.
We can talk about it.
I mean, it was probably for a different time, but like just as like those two people as examples, they didn't see eye to eye with you. But now, they're building that bridge up with you, of that trust. And in the thing, like a lot of people know that OneMic doesn't really beef. OneMic isn't biased. Even the people who don't like you, they can at least say that you're not biased, which is pretty much everybody knows that about you. You don't really you don't push yourself in that beefing territory. Even when people disrespect you. You don't disrespect them back. You just you make a joke about it and you move on, and everybody's like, yo, why are you going at OneMic? OneMic's a cool guy.
Yeah.
And one thing I wanted to talk about, like the video like of the phone call, it wasn't really 7 years ago. It was kind of like 4 or 5 years ago, which is it was like 4 or 5 years ago, which is like a 3-year gap. So when he said like 7 to 10 years, he kind of lied on that. It was really a 4 to 5 year gap from the present day.
Oh, okay. I thought, damn. So it was like 3 or 4 years.
4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years. Okay.
It was it was it was like towards the end of 2014.
Oh wow, okay. Damn. Jeez, okay. That's more
And who did he say the girl was again?
I thought it was I think it was Frankie, but it was somebody else on the line too. When I did the actual video, it was another voice on that call. So that was like a 3-way and another person mute their phone. Well, I did heard another voice on there.
Now they don't want me to really say their name, but we're since we're in the interview and a lot of people are questioning like who is it? Is it Frankie? Who was the girl? We really got the audio call from a girl who goes by Nala. We got it from Nala.
Oh wow, Nala? Who's
yeah.
Nala. She was on PlayStation Home?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Damn. Oh my god.
And
like
the thing about it, he had it wasn't really released that soon, but the reason why is because he had her personal information, such as like her family and stuff. Just like he tried using against other females. He'd be like, "Oh, I have your mom, or I have your brother, your children," and that's why like the person didn't want their name to be exposed like that. But the girl name was Nala.
Oh, okay, okay. Wow, that's crazy,
But
man. Shit.
since he said Frankie, we now know not only did Frankie have a recording. Oh no, I mean not only do we know that Nala had a recording, that Kitty has a recording, but now we know
Oh.
Frankie. So now now we can name 4 to 5 females, not including the rest, have
Uh,
recordings. So that, there's more than 4 we can name 4 girls. So now we know that there's at least 4 girls who have multiple recordings of this one guy spreading lies to each one of them. Like, what do you think about that?
it's crazy. Like, it's ridiculous. And I know, like, certain people have phone calls with them, but you say four, five females have phone calls with them.
At least 4.
At least four. It's- I'm speechless. Like, that's what happened when you mess with JC. Like, people always gotta get something from JC. When JC talk to somebody, they gotta screenshot it. They gotta record the phone call because you never know what JC gonna do. He might turn on you and do some fuckery, and you gotta put out your insurance to the comments. Let me know,
And
man.
uh,
Because
uh,
right now, like a lot of people who's recording him, it's crazy.
speaking of like those 4 females who have like the recording of him, him spreading the lies. We also have you Firefly, one of the underage girls who JC got exposed for messing with, and she's underage. We
Mm.
also have there's also a video that surfaced. It was an old video from Xbox 360 days. Not you Firefly and not the
You
chick off of
check out the
Uvu.
ones?
Yes, there's a video footage that
Yeah, right here.
surfaced, you know, and a lot of PlayStation people haven't seen it, but it's a footage that surfaced of JC being exposed for messing with another underage girl. So now we now know that JC messed with you Firefly, which was underage, and um another girl off of 360 that was also underage. Not only do we,
Hold on, I'm trying to.
not only
Damn,
if we go
on the
back,
Xbox.
mhm,
Shit, I'm
and
trying to remember what was on Xbox.
when we switch over to PS3, we also found out that JC, he messed around with, what was her name? Um, SSS, Girl So Fly SSS. And when we
Oh,
look
oh
at
yeah, 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 yeah,
when we
yeah.
look at that,
I remember.
Girl So Fly SSS, even though a catfish, was actually a
Mhm.
guy the whole time. But not only was it a guy
Yeah.
the whole time, it was a underage guy the whole time. So like, JC has a record of messing with many transsexuals, well, women for one, transsexuals for two, and underages for three. What do you think about his rep sheet?
I mean, it is bad. Like, it's really bad. Um, I don't know what to say, man. Like the underage, like the 360. I'm still shocked about that because I never knew he messed with a. This can't be true. Are you trolling me right now? You
I
telling
cannot
me
show you.
he was messing with a girl on the 360? She was underage. I'm trying to remember who girl he messed with. But it was a lot of females on Xbox. He was fucking with. He never told me their age, but damn, I
And
don't know. It's bad. He need to work on his resume or something. Shit.
one thing we also wanted to, of the community, especially me. I will say that,
Mm.
especially me, but the community, majority me. A lot of people are saying, mostly me, how does he have a baby mama and is also thirsty for online women such as All Breezy? Like, how does that come into like effect? Like, how is he with one of his baby mamas, but also chasing online girls?
Um, oh man, I don't know, man. That's his personal life. Like, I mean, they play the game together. Do you call that dating?
I mean, you know,
Oh
in their
shit.
names, one person had Mrs. Killer, and then in JC's, JC had Breezy's name. So he
What?
in the chat. I mean, we don't have Kitty like in the room or on the call with us,
Um,
but Kitty will be a witness. Dilly will be a witness. I think also Keon and a few others will also be witnesses if we had them on the call with us.
that's that's tough. Like, I mean, because they stay together. You know, they're in the same room, so I wouldn't know she would at least. Oh, I don't know. Do she even pay attention? Be playing the game? Shit.
And
I mean, that's a hard thing to pull. Cause shit, I mean, his baby mama don't play. Uh,
another thing,
um,
JC say that because it was me who was fussing with JC. It was me who was fussing with JC
mhm,
because he threatened that he could get me killed. And me being the person I am who doesn't really give a fuck. I told
yeah.
him I was like, bro, do it. Like I want to see this shit happen. And so he was talking about me personally. I'm a clown. I'm the type of person to where I'm gonna make you say some stupid stuff and make you look dumb. So I told him, I was like, yo,
Uh,
I was like, you mad because you not shit. I was like, you probably a recruit. I was like, you got jumped by OneMic and his goons. Stop acting like you're a gang member. And that's where that's where he kind of like folded up and lied, saying that
uh,
that you're just a regular member of a gang and that he's the boss of a gang. And I know I had hit you up about it, and you said like y'all was in two separate
yeah.
gangs. What's
Mhm.
your what can you say about that?
Um, yeah, I mean, the two games. I mean, he was in Sex, Money, Murder. I was in Nine Trey. Um, him being the boss of the game. No, I don't think. I live with that. Nah, he wasn't running shit. I mean, he was a soldier like me. I do put in work and all that, but him running the game, nah, that wasn't happening. I don't think he could handle that type of pressure. Like for real. You gotta do some shit. Sure. About him, him getting jumped that day. What was crazy about that day because I was outside chilling with my friends. He came in the hood, and I announced. He didn't even tell me he was coming. He was just trying to act all bad, and the reason why my niggas punching because I got shot, and me, just getting back, walking and all that. I can't really like fight like that. So
Yeah.
they already had my back. So when they seen JC trying to finish squad up with me, old boy just socked me in the face, and they was like, just just beating him up. But I told him to chill for a bit. I told him JC leave. He left. Somebody sent me. He took. I know somebody sent me. That situation was crazy.
Cause like
Mm-mm-mm.
you know we act like in the interview earlier I asked you, a lot of people thought it was fake. You clarified it to like the community in the interview that the beef is not fake and it is real. um
Mm-hmm.
I somebody sent me to go watch JC stream, even though I do not like to watch his stream. I do not like to give him
Mm-hmm.
views. I don't give him any attention.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, they wanted me to go watch it. So I went to watch it, and some of the stuff he said was very um you
Mm-hmm.
know do you want me to play the clip, or
Play it. You can play it.
All right. I'm gonna go to the clip real quick for the interview. Um,
You weren't even wearing this outfit earlier.
Nigga, man, fam, where my goggles at, bro? My goggles.
Mike, I swear to God, if you put my goggles in,
Hey, VA, since you in here, bro, hey, bro, you know me and OneMic beefing right now. That shit crazy. You can't make this shit up.
So
You
fast
see
to
the
one
text
video.
message limits, bro. I was cussing this old lady out.
oh God, you would.
I told her, I was like, I'm off this weekend. Hey, watch, I'm gonna really pull up on him this weekend. Watch. Like, nigga, fuck this goddamn YouTube shit, bitch. I'm gonna pull up to you and see what you about.
so that's the audio clip. That's not the full, like all the audio. You know, there's still parts of when he said that he was gonna pull up on you. He was gonna see what was up with you. How he cursed your old lady out. How he threatening your old lady. Is that true or is that false? Like, did he actually threaten her? Did he actually curse her out? Is it true or false?
No, that's not true at all. What he did, he put me offline, and for a good, I don't know, I think it was like an hour. She was mad about him booting us off online because we got kids and our kids got to use the internet. So she was really supposed to be hitting his girl up, but I guess he got her phone and they was talking. So he was telling her like, yo, I'm God. If you want your internet back on, you gotta call me, or I will never get back online. And what else he said on there?
Oh, yeah, it's on his live stream. But that's some of the stuff that I have recorded at the moment. And a lot of a lot of people will agree with you. For somebody to boot, the Wi-Fi off from and keep the a lot of kids today, we have coronavirus. So by having coronavirus, a lot of kids can't go to school. And if they are able to go to school, they can only go to school for 2 to 3 days a week. So that's really keeping education from a kid. And not a lot of people agree with keeping an education from a kid and playing with the kid's education when there's a pandemic going out. A lot of people sympathize over that, and a lot of people don't like that.
Yeah.
So, that's another major part that a lot of people did not like, is that JC is playing with your kids' education. Because what if that was their kids, It would be in the same bind. And he also said that he was as you heard, he said he was going to pull up this weekend. As we know, yesterday was Friday and today is Saturday and tomorrow is Sunday. Has he made any effort of pulling up to your house on you?
Nah, he'd be crazy to do that, cause hell nah, he knows better. He won't do no shit like that. He just be capping. He just, I guess he was just saying that for entertainment. But him actually pulling up, like, I'm with my people. My people came over my crib. We had a cookout. Was cooking on the grill. So he would do some crazy shit. My people would have handled that for me. So nah, he won't do no shit like that. Not the last time he did. He was trying to fight me, but other shit happened.
Another thing, now that we talked about the JCB from the start to to the current day, a lot of people want to know the question about the phone call. We're not going to talk about the whole phone call, but one of the things of the phone call that a lot of people kind of put into speculation, but we're only going to talk about the part that has to do with you a little bit. He said that nobody in his life ever did anything for him or wanted the best for him or helped him. And a lot of people see you as his best friend. And as we know, that video, the recording date was towards the end of 2014 or 2015. I think 2015, towards the end of 2015. And you and JC y'all known each other way before 2015. So for him to say that
Mm-hmm.
nobody in his life had did anything good for him or wanted anything good for him or helped him, a lot of people was like, you know, has One Mic never helped him or what did you think? Like, because a lot of people was like, okay, has One Mic never helped him, never reached out to him, never had his back? A lot of people want to know, like, have you helped JC before or have you never helped JC? Like, what is your intake on that?
Oh no, I helped him plenty of times. Like that phone call. I don't know why he said that. Like, I never help him. I don't know if he was trying to make that person feel sorry for him. Like, oh, I'm here for you. But I mean, I have plenty of time. Sticky situation. Like he couldn't pay his a light bill, or he need a little money for his rent. I'm there for him. Like, give him a couple of hundreds. That's nothing. But at the same time, I was always there as a friend. You know, girl problems, real life girl problems. I was there. Even online girlfriends, I was there. Always helped them. Same thing with me. If I needed help, he was always there too. At the time, if I needed help. So I don't know why he be saying that, but him saying that, I feel like he just trying to make a person feel a little bit more sad and be like, I got you or something. But that's definitely he definitely lying about that. I mean,
Alright.
and plus I believe everybody tried to help JC once upon a time. So it's like, why would he say something like that?
And as we see, like, like we don't have any like real life proof, but we do have, you know, YouTube proof. We have seen that on YouTube. You have helped him on YouTube. You helped him create his YouTube channel. You know, JC says that
Mm-hmm.
he did all his stuff by himself. But on like when you did the interview, the beginning of NHG, the video when it was like b- before NHG was NHG. You went from the
Mm-hmm.
URN times to the NHG times. And he said in the past, that Anna made him, that ISIT put him in a
Yeah, that's
corner,
true.
that he looks up to
Yeah, that's true.
Face, and when we look
Oh
at
my
your
gosh.
channel, we see that you helped him grow as a YouTuber. You helped him grow not only
Mm-hmm.
as a person, but you helped him grow as a YouTuber. And a lot of people feel that without you, his YouTube probably wouldn't even be above 500 views because you hyped him up and you also collab with him multiple times. And with you having a bigger
Yeah.
platform, you pretty much paved the way for him to get views and stuff. Because before the interview, he really didn't have that many views. And by
Mm-hmm.
him, you know, having the help of you, uh, you know, all other people aside, just YouTube, he got most of his views and subscribers by you helping him. Like, what do you think about that? Like, what do you have to say about that?
I feel like he helping him. Like he doesn't. He not gonna give me my credit. I just be for real. He feel like he do everything by himself. But me helping his YouTube, I I, I got a part of you know me helping him on the doing interviews, collabing. I'm not gonna say I made him, but me having a part of his success on YouTube, him going up there, I got a part of that. Like I did that. And there's been times I told him like, yo, you need to be on this YouTube game, do some videos, you pay off for this, just be sister with it. And he always tell me like he ain't really doing it, but he finally decided to do it. So and look at him, he got 1,000 subscribers. Him, doing the neighborhood talk. That definitely gave him some views and subscribers from this all from me. And beefing with people, beefing with you. I know he got some subscribers off for you, so you know
Yeah,
we all play a part on his channel.
true, true.
Yeah.
And another thing, a lot of people wanted to talk about was his, his money when he showed his money in his video towards the VIP. Him being an adult, him being an adult who's like
Oh
close to
man.
30 years old. a lot of people are like, okay, you
Uh,
know, he's showing $9,000, talking about he has 9,000. You know, first he was talking about he had it in the bank, and then like, you know, the story switched up to him
mhm.
having it on Cash App. A lot of people are like, okay, you know, if you have 9,000, did you take that out of your bank just to put on Cash App, or is it just fake in general? And a lot of people are like, okay, you're close to 30 with only $9,000. They have teenagers and you know people who are like who just made 20, just made 21, just made 22, who have money over that plus their own, you know, their own stuff. And you know, I can name a
Mhm.
couple, a lot of people like just in the community. There's a couple people who are like around 18 to 23 who have more than that. So like, do you think that him being close to 30 and being happy with only $9,000, do you think that's, you know, do you think that's kind of sad, or do you support him on that?
I mean, I mean, I support him. You know, having $9,000. I mean, you got to look at it. Yeah, he have family, so you know, him having that type of money, you know, take care of his kids. You know, maybe I don't know if he paying. Is he paying child support?
That's another question people
I
wanted to
think
ask. You know,
I think
does
he's
he
on his
like does
child
he even
support.
pay child support?
I hope I hope so because I mean, if you don't pay child support, you go to jail. Now he ain't been in jail in months, so he gotta be paying the child support.
Cause
So,
one like in
um,
one of the neighborhood talks, he ended up saying "f his own kids." A lot, well, me personally and a couple others, I can't say the whole community, but me personally and a couple others,
mhm.
we didn't really agree with that video for the certain fact that he said "f his own kids." Now, as a parent, would you say "f your own kids" or would you support anybody who says "f their own kids"?
Personally, I would never say fuck my own kids. That would never came from my mouth. I was shocked when he said that. I mean, I could have went in depth and like, well, yo, why you say that? But he probably would have said, you know, just I'm just showing the world like you can't really hurt me. Um, I was shocked about that. I
Cause
didn't
like,
talk to him about that off camera
yeah.
because it was I just didn't talk to him about that off camera. But at that moment when he did say that, I was surprised. I ain't expecting him to say something like that because, whew,
Cause like
man, his girl would have smacked him.
a lot of people, you know, when you associate yourself with a group, when one person is in a
Hmm.
group, when that one person messes up, they don't look at that one person. They look at that whole group. You know, it's like police officers. You know, there's good officers, there's bad officers. When a
Yeah.
bad officer does something messed up, they look at the whole police force. When a black person mess up, they look at all black people. When a redneck does something wrong, they look at all rednecks. You know, so you know, by him being within, like, with you and him having like a group, when he said like "help those kids," some people might have thought the same way as other people think about other groups. They're probably like, oh,
Hmm.
if JC saying "f his own kids," then JC doesn't care about his kids. If JC doesn't care about his kids, and him and OneMic are together, does OneMic care about his kids? You know, that plays a bad part on your image.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like, do you agree with
And
that playing a bad part on your image, or do you disagree?
I'm agree with you with that because I don't want people to think that I don't care about my kids. But I love my kids dearly, so I have them on my social media and all. Um, him saying that, man, like I said, it was shocking. Um, him making making my image look bad. I hope they don't hurt my image up. I mean, I love my kids, so I don't know about him, man, but I mean, he love his kids. I mean, he takes them out shopping sometimes. You know, so him, taking his son, taking his other two kids. You would think he love them. Him saying that, I don't know why he said that, but I think he was trying to prove a point on the episode. You can't use his kids against him, but you trying to use it as a point. I think that was a bad message. He said I think he should have changed it up, or at least make a video and like kind of explain why he said that, and probably apologize. Yeah,
Alright.
that's
And we also have, we also have like, since we cleared everything out the air.
hmm
There's also like there's people in the comments who would like to ask questions. Would you be okay with
oh,
them asking
word.
questions?
I'm cool with it.
Alright. So for the first question, we have a person called What That Smell question mark. And, he has a question for you. He says, "Ask one mic, did JC wear Coogis on PS Home?"
Oh my god, even that. Oh my god, y'all still the Coogee? Oh my god. The Coogee. I think Coogee was in style once upon a time. Damn. What year was it though? It was like maybe '05. I don't know, but at that time, I think Coogee was a big thing at that certain year. So JC wore Coogee and we thought he was fly. So that's all I can
Alright.
say about that.
For our second question, we have Crazy Boy 182. He said to ask you, you know, JC, he's scared of Hawk, Dilly, Keon, Boy, and JC, and he acts tough, but he never want to smoke with any of the guys in reality. What is your intake on that?
He never claimed them.
No, like he's he acts tough towards like those people, but never wanted any
Oh,
smoke in real life with any of these people. What's your intake on that?
um, I know it was a video JC made. It was years ago. I think it was who was it? Was it Billy or Keon? It was somebody he was chasing down the street, and it was somebody from PlayStation. He made a video about it, but I don't know. Did he want smoke with Keon and Dilly like right now, like
And yeah,
2020?
like in real life.
Like in real life, like fight each other.
Yeah.
Shit. Um, I mean, he will take the smoke. I believe he will take the smoke.
All right.
But now, if he lose a fight, that's on him.
And Kitty also has a question. She has two questions. The first question
Okay.
is why does he wear why does he wear fake chains? Why does he have
It's
fake
killing me.
cash
Oh my
out
gosh.
money?
Fake cash out money. All right. Now I don't have what you call those oh no, it's diamond testers. I got jewelry testers. Uh,
uh,
I don't know if that's real or not, but
I
I mean, he telling me that he spent like 1,000. He told me that chain he had on when we did that episode of on Neighborhood Talk. He said he spent like 1,000 on that chain. Like what was it? It's a 10 karat gold. It was something. But he said he spent 1,000 on that chain.
I
Um,
we also got a question
what was
from
the other
Keon
question?
Valley, and Keon Valley asks why didn't one Mike tell him that JC's diss track was trash, had no bars, and didn't make any sense.
Why didn't it make any sense? I would have thought he was speaking facts, because he knows Kitty, he knows Keon, he said he knows Cuddy, but me talking to Kitty over the phone, she is 100% sure she knows him that JC doesn't really know Cuddy like that, but I don't know. I thought it was facts, thought it was true, because you would think he would know those people, he would know the type of problems they have or what kind of situation they was in.
You
But
know,
I believe it was all cap when she was telling me that.
TSEG the Savager also want to know when is he finna pay the TSEG their money.
Oh, when he gonna pay his? Pay what money?
The money that he owed TSEG for beating them in a clan battle and for beating Iced in two 1v1s.
Oh shit, he got 9,000 in his cash out. He shouldn't have no problem paying up. Just let him get on cash out.
You know.
Shit.
Also, Keon said to explain the Savage Era records. So since the Savage Era records, I could talk on that. Me, Keon, LaKay, Quan.
That's on label he signed to, right?
That's the label we made. That's the label we made.
Oh, okay.
So like, me, Keon, LaKay, Nino, and Quan, we're the five that made the Savage Era records. We actually signed two artists. No, we signed three artists. We make our music. We have a Savage Era Records label. Not only is the music on YouTube, but it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, and
What facts? Oh, you talking about JC? That's right.
yeah. Is it okay if I invite Kitty in here or no? Kitty would like to be invited.
Oh, that doesn't matter. What facts? Shit. I mean.
We're having some technical difficulties with the invite whatchamacallit. Also, Kiana Hawk asked if they could be invited. Are those two allowed? Alright. We have security. Security will not let any harm come to OneMic. The names Josiah corporation cannot be sued. No, these interviews are the names Josiah Interviews Corporation does not get. We do not allow harm to be done to our people. Alright, the invites has been sent out.
Make sure my voice share.
No, we have Keon on 2K. Lord Jesus.
I see a lot of fuckery going on, man. I got to. So you said JC speaking facts, right? In his diss track. What facts?
The facts about. I know he said something about her age. I mean, that's facts, right?
I mean, is that a diss?
This song.
Like, come on, you gotta start calling this nigga out on this shit. Like, he out here calling niggas emotional, right? But yet his messages of him crying over kids, and everybody knew he was crying over multiple girls. I stopped him 3 times from killing himself over a female on PS home, bro. I'm pretty sure he cried to you before. Like, come on, man, you gotta start calling this man out.
Wait. We need to listen about this. We need to talk about
really. He said I was just Junior. Come the fuck on. When have you ever known me to JC Junior?
I don't know about that.
Man, I feel like OneMic don't even
like that shit made no
like
sense.
that to give y'all the answers.
I trying to white knight for your bitch. Come on, man. You know it's fucky, dog. Then he sit in an interview talking like he's hot shit. Like he got better sound quality in his songs. Like what the fuck? You sound like you rapping on a fucking toaster through the microwave.
No,
Like,
I told him that you could be the one who give JC a good fight.
Bruh, I ain't making no diss track for JC because nobody that listen to me want to hear that shit. Yo, nobody give a fuck about JC. Who cares about JC? Like, why we even have a discussion about JC?
Y'all niggas having an hour conversation about JC.
Like, where JC at right now?
I ain't even really got a problem with him,
now?
but shit, nobody give a fuck about that nigga.
Why are you in here answering questions for that nigga? Why he not in here?
Shit. That's something. He doesn't even have a PS4 or something.
So why he talking shit? He ain't got no PS4. He talked the most shit out of everybody. You telling me this nigga don't even have a PS4?
You know me.
Come on, man.
I don't know what to say about that. Like, I mean, he doesn't have a PS4, but I mean,
he don't got a PS4.
No problem. He going back and get it, man.
He ain't got no PS4. So what's all this Call of Duty gameplay he been uploading? That's not his.
No, that's his. He's on the Xbox playing Call of Duty.
He
got a cosplay. Got a cosplay going on.
Okay.
I see why I'm the host of the interview.
Yeah, man. Hey, he need to cut that shit out, bro. Hey, let that nigga know if he ain't micing up, just shut the fuck up, bro. Cause ain't nobody trying to hear all that rah-rah shit, bro. The same thing go for all them other little niggas out there. They think about that hot shit, bro. The mic ups only or shut the fuck up. I'm not finna type you on kick all day. I got a job. I work.
Alright.
But when I'm at home, niggas ain't even tough no more. What's up with that?
Like I said, I believe you could put up a good fight between you and JC. Now I don't know about the mic up. I don't think
you do realize like you the only reason that this nigga even relevant right now, right? Like literally nobody gives a fuck about a JC. Like if you quit talking about JC today, like we wouldn't give a fuck. Nobody would miss him. Like I'm pretty sure he threatened to kill himself like plenty of times. And who in here gave a fuck? Like, come on, bro. This nigga, he been a fraud his whole PS on career. He made a name off of leeching off of other niggas. He lied about everything. He lied about having cancer. He lied about getting shot. Like, how can we take a nigga like this serious?
Mr. Keon, we would like to ask you. Oh, wait, to refrain and be professional. You know, some of our audience are saying you're being way too violent. You know, security is not here yet. We're gonna have We're gonna have the exclusive Kitty and OneMic talk. Kitty, welcome to the show.
I'm gonna say, oh my god, I feel so sorry for OneMic right now. Pain. I'm just saying that. I could feel you sweating.
Alright, Kitty, do you have your voice shared?
My nigga tired of getting asked about JC. You wanna get a question?
Like, you in here defending this clown right now, bro? Like, what the circus y'all over?
Nah, man,
we're gonna refrain from the mic up.
That's how we mic'd up back in the day.
Hold on. LC, I need security. LC, please, security.
I'm dead. Oh, he came in here too.
Who's that?
We have LC as our security. Okay.
My nigga CSK skinny dog.
This nigga called the facts.
You know, so Kitty and OneMic.
I just want to ask a question. I want to ask.
We'll have y'all exclusive talk.
I was gonna do an exclusive interview with OneMic because that was a deal that we had going on before. But I just want to know when he said his little facts about, you know, when he was sitting there with you on his podcast or whatever, and he said that he made me. Now you could sit here and tell these folks, did JC make me?
Did he make you? Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Or was I already like, basically something
you already had a name on PlayStation.
Now, was I not the one who brought him into the whole party scene and brought him up to be who he was with me?
Oh yeah, you was the first to bring all that party shit.
He said that I
Oh,
made
that's what he
him,
mentioned on the.
and to Breezy
Oh, that's
too,
what he
when he
mentioned.
told Breezy that he made me, and
Yeah, I was saying like the age. I forgot all about the other shit.
yeah, because everything he said in there was all cap, and everything that he
Don't
said
you?
to Breezy's all cap too. And like he makes up the fact that he had some type of phone sex with me recently, and supposedly Isa heard it or some bullshit like that. You know damn well that that ain't true, and JC knows that that ain't true. Listen, why does he always have to lie to try to make it seem like he's something that he's not? Like, you know him in real life. What would be your excuse for hanging out with somebody who does fake things? Because you're grown. You're grown and you know him. Why would you want to hang around with somebody who does fake shit all the time?
He just been in my life. That's all. Even though he does dumb shit, at the end of the day, he's still my friend. I ain't got my back on him because he done stupid shit. But I do try to
No,
fuck
but
him.
my thing is though, like, you're wasting your real life time. You're wasting your real life time, your real life energy, your real life channel, your energy, everything on somebody who's doing fake shit. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, when is the cutoff? When is the cutoff, or where does it cut off that you say, okay, JC, like, time to grow up. Stop wearing fake chains. Stop capping that you know Brooklyn from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Stop capping that you're gonna go to vacations to see Jenny, to see Kitty, to see this girl and that girl and whoever, Frankie. And like, when does it stop that, you know, this whole faking the cancer, faking his death, faking car accidents? Where do you say, like, listen, you're my homie, this is enough. Like, this is getting like ridiculous, and you know, he's not spitting any facts when he's saying anything in his rhymes, because he's spitting all bullshit. He ducks.
I think we need to have a Dr. Phil segment after this.
We set an 8v8. 8 of us versus 8 of JC's people. And he ducked. But he says that we duck. He says that we won't go into no parties. We won't do this and
I
that.
don't even got 8 people.
I think we have technical difficulties. We cannot hear one
Nobody
mic.
talking.
Nobody even knows who JC is on PS4, and he keeps talking about this level like, oh, I'm a little bit more known on the PS4. Like, no, you're not. You don't even have a PS4 no more. You pawned it. Don't act like that chain around your neck is fucking $1,000 when it's really $7 from AliExpress.
We having technical
I don't
difficulties at
care
the
what
moment,
he
y'all.
tells you. He tells you all
Be right back.
bullshit. He also told you he had $9,000 in his cash app, but can't even send somebody $10. He also said that he was gonna. This is the same person that makes up all these other stories, and so you're telling me you're gonna believe this little bullshit when you know damn well
Alright,
he
guys,
don't have
I'm gonna need you to stay
$9,000.
tuned for part 2. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share to everybody. We having technical difficulties, and that's it for the part 1.